Hey troops, Roxy here and welcome to Roxee Plays Games and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. Before I get into today's video I want to do my usual thank you. So thank you for everyone who has liked my previous videos and thank you for everyone who has subscribed to the channel. As always, it is really appreciated. Right, we're back in Kerbal Space Program, episode 4 I think we're on now, and we're continuing with season 1 career mode with mods, and I have added in some mods. I've done some work to get some money in and bring some science in, but I need to do more work because one of the mods that I want to use I can't use yet because I haven't unlocked the parts that I need. So let me just quickly go through what we've done. We've upgraded the launch pad now, so that's fully upgraded so that we can have the maximum size vessel on there. That took me a little while to get the money saved up for that. We have added in a mod called contracts. There's various different contracts mods, but if I go into here, it's added in some extra mods which we're going to activate now. I'm actually going to get rid of this one because I'm probably not going to get that done, and it's just sitting there clogging up my things. Now because I have added in this mod after I've already done some stuff, some of the missions aren't available. If we go into collect science, matter of fact, it's not even going to show me, I don't think. Right, so we've got a job to do data from space around Kerbin, and we got a one for science data from the surface of the Mun. Today's episode, if you haven't gathered by the title, is we are going to land on the Mun. Here we go. So do some science. First things first, we need to do some blah blah blah. Must not have completed before. So because I have completed this job already, I can't now do this job again and get stuff for it. Like orbit a celestial body, I've already orbited a body, so it's already you must not have orbited the target body, so I've already done it, so I can't do that. So all these red X's I can't do, but we can land on the Mun because I haven't done that yet. Start exploring Minmus, we're going to have a look at that in the next episode. Planting a flag, we've got planting a flag on the Mun, and I don't think the rest of them we're going to do, so we should have, yeah, so science from around the space of Kerbin and then 3 jobs on the Mun. Right, so that is the contracts, and there's a thing called contracts window which kind of goes alongside it. So then when you open up the missions tab now, you have this cool one. We can get rid of you because that's gone now. So there's our 4 missions that we've got. It shows you how much money, how much science you're going to get or lose if you fail, what the job is, date and time and all that sort of stuff. It's got a really cool feature. You can create your own mission lists. So rather than showing like this, let's say you had a bunch of jobs in the Mun, a bunch of jobs at Minmus, a bunch of jobs at somewhere else, you can put them all into different categories so that you then just click on the one that you want to see, which is really cool, rather than having them all in one list. So that's fantastic. So that's Contracts Plus, which goes with the contracts missions. Another mod that we've got is called Strategia, and basically it changes the strategies that's in the administration building. Take a look at this. Wow. Yeah, I looked at this and I was like, oh my god, this is confusing. Watched a few videos. It's actually pretty simple, to be honest. Rather than the 3, I think it was a 3 on the stock that you had before. Yeah, I think it was 3, wasn't it? We've now got 6. We've got crewed missions, we've got uncrewed missions, and we've got finance, science, public relations, and operations. Now again, because some of these have been done prior to me installing this mod, I can't do them again. The Mun program must not have performed a crew flyby of the Mun, so I can't do this. But we can do the Minmus. And if we do this one, crewed, and then we got uncrewed as well, pretty much the same, just obviously one's crewed and one's uncrewed, plus 400% funds to milestone gains from Minimus. So every milestone gain I do at Minimus, I'm going to get an extra 400% funds. However, if I gain any milestones from anywhere else, I'm going to lose 80% of what I should have got. So what I want to do is I want to get everything done at Minimus, and then plan a job to do every job at the Mun, and then once I've got that all done, and then I'm thinking about doing Minimus, then pick these ones up. And they go for all the other planets. We're going to pick up 2 because we can only have 2 active at one time, and we're going to do to boldly goal number 1. And we're going to get plus 15,000 funds when science is transmitted or recovered from new biomes. So that is a Brucey bonus. That'll be a really good one to get right at the start of the game. But we're going to pick that up anyway. If it'll let me click on it. Oh, see this popping up in the middle. I'm looking down here for a little pop up there. Yes, and then we're going to pick up operations. We're going to go down to scientist focus, plus 50% to rewards for science collection contracts when a scientist is present. Well, we're going to be doing some science collection contracts, and we've got a scientist, or we will have a scientist, so we're going to grab that. Cool. So that is that. Research and development. I think there might be some extra stuff in here. We've got a mod called ScanSat, which I'm not going to be using in this episode, and probably not the next episode, but going forwards I will be using. Yeah, I probably will be using. But one mod I have got is called MechJeb, and it adds in some really cool features, mainly autopilot features, just to help you kind of doing certain things like landing, taking off, all that sort of stuff. However, what I need, because I've unlocked one bit somewhere, I don't know where it's obviously done, but I can already use some bits of MechJeb, but the one that I really want is this bit here, and this features ascent, landing and space plane autopilot bits and pieces, which would be really, really handy. It'll make my life a lot easier for, well, taking off and landing. However, I need to unlock unmanned tech, which is 300 science, and prior to that I need to unlock precision engineering, which is 160, so that's 460 science. I've got 132, so I've got a little bit of work to do. Now I should get that amount of science if I'm successful today. If I'm not successful, then, well, I won't get it done. So let's leave the facility. So that's my goal. My goal today is to gain enough science to unlock that, so I then get the cool features that comes along with it. So our mission today is to go to the Mun. So let's get in our vehicle assembly bay and let's have a look at what we're going to be using. And here it is, the RX-1B. I might need to do some alterations on what I've wrote on there, which I actually will do now. But this has got a surface delta V of 6361 and a delta V in the vacuum of 9393. We need, if we go to our calculator here, so we need 3,400 to get into an orbit of 80 kilometers around Kerbin, 860 to capture the Mun, and then 280 to get into an orbit of 14 kilometers around the Mun, 580 to land if you're efficient. I won't be so efficient, so I will probably want a little bit extra, and then 580 to take off, 280 to capture Kerbin, We don't need this 860 to what's the word I'm looking for, to capture the Kerbin, because the 280 was going to capture it, and we don't need a 340 to land on Kerbin because we're going to use gravity and then obviously parachutes. So that totals up to 5,980 delta V. That's what we need. As you can see, we have got plenty. So let's have a little look what we got. Quickly show you what we're playing with. So we've got the Mark 1.3 command pod. So we can have 3 Kerbal lights in there. We got a couple of we got the main parachute, an extra large one, and we got a couple of radial parachutes on there. We've got a service bay, and inside the service bay we've got Science Junior, which I'm going to close the doors on. We've got around this side, we've got a thermometer and barometer. I've changed one of the mods that I had that changed the look of stuff. I've changed it for a different mod just to see what it's like. So it has changed how the thermometer and barometer look now. So they look the same, but they've got like a green or red little tag on. So that's kind of cool. I've put some lights in here as well. So when I open it up, we'll be able to get some lights in there. So that's what we're going to be coming back with. That part there. Underneath that, we have got a Rocco Max X216 fuel tank, which is, if I take that off, powering a Terrier engine. We've got some legs and landing lights, and this part here is what's going to be landing on the Mun. So we've got that bit there, that's going to be coming back to Kerbin, this bit here to land on the Mun, and this bit here has got a 621 delta V on surface vacuum 2500, so it's plenty to get us back. And this is going to be sent by all of this beastiness here. What have we got? We have got 6 engines. We've got a swivel engine in the middle, we've got skipper engines around the sides. In the middle we've got 2 Rocco Max X232 fuel tanks. So we've got the 16 there, we've got 2 32s, and then round the outside we've got Rocco Max Jumbo 64 fuel tanks. I could have put a 64 fuel tank on there. I don't know why I didn't, to be honest. I actually put them on first, and then I added these, and I just changed these from those 2 to single ones. I've got radial parachutes on the side. I'm going to test to see whether it will actually recover them or not. I don't know if it will or not, because I've never done that before, but they're there just in case it does work. And that's it. And obviously we've got these stability enhancers around the outside. So that's what we are taking up to the Mun. So let's go. Oh, right, crew. Who have we got? We've got Bill Kerbin, the engineer, in case anything breaks. We've got Bob Kerbin, the scientist, to do all the science bits and pieces. And myself, I am going to be piloting today. I will be the pilot. So if anything crashes, if anything breaks, it's all my fault. Have a quick drink. Now obviously with adding in mods, it does add in a little bit of loading time and maybe a little bit of lag here and there, but I'm hoping that these mods will make things a lot better. Right, so close you. So MacJeb adds in a whole load of really cool things. As an example, delta V stats. You can see all your big thrust to weight ratio and atmosphere delta V, vacuum delta V, how much time of burn time it's going to have. You can use this to do your build rather than using this here. Rather than using this, you can use this, so that's really cool. You've got surface information, you've got orbit information, So it's got some really cool bits and pieces. Like I said, I need that mod, that upgrade for the ascent and the landing autopilot, which will be really handy. But for today, we are going to be using this maneuver planner, and I will show you this in a short while. But essentially what I can do is, it's got a whole load of options here, from change apoapsis, change inclination, which is going to be really helpful. Circularize is the one I'm going to be using today. You can choose when to do it: apoapsis next, periapsis at altitude after a certain time, and then you can either create the node and then manually do yourself, or you can create the node and execute, and then when you do that, it will do it for you. It'll just put on the autopilot, move it how it needs to be moved, and you can just sit back and relax, drink your cup of tea or coffee or eat your slice of cake. So that's going to be really handy. However, we want to get ourselves up into space, so let's go on 3, 2, 1 and lift off. Goodbye UK space. Hello Roxee Plays Games. Right, so I'm actually going to get my speed up a little bit more. It's a big chunky thing. If I turn too soon, because of the weight of it, I will end up just leveling out too quickly and really struggle to get the altitude. So I'm going to take it up to about 2,500 meters, and then I'm going to start my turn. So a little bit, well, quite a bit later than normal. Do our first stage there, and oh, it does look like those parachutes have. Well, I don't know if they've actually fully opened up. Hopefully they have. Can't quite see from here. Right, how are we looking? 13,000. Right, let's start getting our pro grade turn over. Cool. So we're looking okay at the moment. Let's try and get on a heading of 90 degrees if we can. Just make it a little bit easier for when we're trying to get to the mun. The next stage is coming up. Get rid of them. So yeah, it's not the best vehicle for controlling, but it's doing the job. Oh, I didn't mean to open you up. Oops. Yeah, hopefully this is going to do the job. It's a little bit rocky, a little bit wobbly. So we're going to get up to, I don't know, 80,000 apoapsis. I'm just having a look at my time as well, make sure that my time isn't dropping. If my time starts dropping, then I'm going to probably not be able to do a circularization. I'm actually going to slow down a touch here. Don't want to be getting it too high. It's looking good. We want this over 75,000. We're aiming for about 80. And the way this works is, like I said, you've got all your various different things. I can create a node, and that'll tell me which way to aim and when to do it. Or we can create and execute it manually, automatically, so it does everything for me, which is what I'm going to do. So when we get to about 75, well, I'll go for about 80. No. Alright, 77,000. So it should, if this works out right, in 1 minute 10 seconds, start burning in this direction, because technically we're in an orbit now. Just going to speed up a little bit. I'm not doing anything at the moment. I'm just sitting back, relaxing, and it should start a burn. There we go. And it should get ourselves in a pretty good circularization. A little bit easier than what I would have done it myself. Just going around. Just doing a little bit of a burn. It lasts a little bit of a second. And then if we have a look, we have got a beautiful periapsis and apoapsis 77,060 meters and 77,197 meters. So that is way better than what I could have ever done on my own. Right, where's my rocket gone? There it is. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to open up Astrogator, and we're going to create a maneuver to the Mun. So there's the Mun. Hello. There's the Mun. There we are, and we've got 26 minutes until we need to start our burn. So it's basically going to go all the way around and then capture it on the next. Oh, I was inside the planet then, because the Mun's here. If we started burning now, we'd end up missing it. So we want to be around about here. But anyway, it's in 25 minutes. Let's create the maneuver now. I've done this once manually by creating a maneuver and doing it that way, but because Astrogator makes life so much easier, I can just click on this little button, ding, and there we go. It's given us our maneuver. What I've also got, a mod that I've installed and I'm testing out, is called Precise Maneuver. This doesn't make things, it doesn't change the game by any means. It's not one of those types of mods, but what this does is it just makes trying to click on things, because like me trying to click on the maneuver node now and pull it around and move it, it's just so difficult. And yes, I can come to here and I can click on these, which is what I've been doing. This here is just bigger and better and a lot easier to control. So there's our periapsis there. What I can do now is click on, these are your increments, so either big or small, and then you got your prograde and retrograde will be the opposite, normal and anti-normal, and radial, and what's the opposite of radial? Anti-radial, is it? I don't actually know. Whatever the opposite of radial is. So I can click on these. So if I click on plus, it's going to go in. Click on minus, it's going to go out. Obviously they're two bigger chunks, so I can just bring it down a notch and do it a little bit smaller. So we're going to get it down to 59,000. I'm happy with that, and that's it. So that's my maneuver node created. We're going to start our burn in 22 minutes, and we're going to be burning for 2 minutes and 36 seconds. So it's quite a long burn. We do have to stage just here. We have to stage our rockets, but that's all fine. We're ready to go. Let's zoom back in here. Let's get ourselves lined up. Now, I don't know for sure, because I haven't really looked too much into MechJeb, but you could probably also make this with MetJeb. I don't know if you can or can't. I only know some of the basic stuff on there, but you know, I'm happy to do most of it. It's just, this just makes it a little bit easier, rather than faffing around and trying to do all the guesswork and math and all that sort of stuff, which I don't mind, but you know, I don't want to. I'm doing it for YouTube. If I was playing this on my own, then I wouldn't even be bothered if it's taking me 10 hours to do something. But obviously, I don't want to take, you know, 3 hours to work out how to get to the mun when I can just click a button and save myself a whole load of time. So that is why. And we are going to hit fast forward. And then we should see the sun, and then the mun should be on the horizon when we're almost ready to start our burn. Time warp's complete. Obviously I'm still level 1, so I don't have all of the maneuver nodes unlocked, so I have to manually lock myself onto here. The mun should be just coming over the horizon in a short while. Should see it pretty soon. That's how you would do it if you didn't have all of these planning tools and you're doing it with your eyeballs, so to speak. Then that's what you would do. You wait until you see the moon, and then you do start your burn. That much I do know. Right, 10 seconds coming. Should see the moon pretty soon. Obviously the eyeball method is an approximate time to start. To our stage. A bit slow on that, but that's fine. I've just been saying we should be seeing the moon soon, and I'm not seeing it yet. Am I going mad? Oh, there it is. There it is. So like I say, the eyeball method is kind of a guess to get you almost in the right place. You would have to do some alterations once you got a little bit closer, but using all these tools just makes life so much easier. I mean, you still got to do some work, and obviously building it and designing it and all that sort of stuff, so that's what you can spend more time doing, the fun bits, and all of these kind of slower, more confusing, laborious parts, you can just let the tools help you. Right, let's go into map view, because what we want to do now is we can actually close this down. We don't need this anymore. We're going in the right trajectory, so we're going to wait for this apoapsis to come all the way up, and then when it reaches the orbit of the mun, we will then get a mun in capture. We can see it's going to be pretty close. That's going to move as this goes up. It's a long time, it's a long burn, because we haven't got the most powerful engine at the moment. I could probably actually, going forwards, we've got this is the swivel, isn't it? Yeah, I think going forwards I might change this engine out, because we don't need a swivel engine in space. So I'm going to actually change that for my next launch to Minmus. I can probably use this whole setup for going to Minmus. Right, it's going to start speeding up now. Speeding up as my speed goes up. It's going to get quicker and quicker and quicker the further I move away. I need to get ready to stop my burn. Stop there. Right, so here's our capture now. We've got a periapsis of 600. So I'm just going to close that in. To, I don't know, around about 60,000. 60 kilometers. Yeah, 58 will do just fine. And that's it. And then all we need to do is get ourselves here, get ourselves into an orbit, and then land. And that is really it, all we have to do. So what am I going to do? I am going to fast forward, or not fast forward, but warp to here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a maneuver here. I'm going to do it the manual method. I could use this. In fact, let's use that. We got it for a reason. No point in not using it if we've got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to warp myself here. Get ourselves closer to the moon. Here it comes. Got Kerbal behind us. That looks very much like Earth. And the moon, that looks very much like the moon. Right, so we have now got our capture of the moon, but if we don't do anything, what's going to happen is we're going to go around there, and then we'll come out of here at this point here, and then that's going to put us on this big massive orbit around Kerbin, which obviously we don't want. And it looks like we're going to get another encounter here with the moon, which is then going to put us on this other orbit, which is then going to swing us out here somewhere. We want to get ourselves circularized here, so we need to circularize at our periapsis. So we're going to circularize at the next periapsis, because there is no apoapsis at the moment. Well, there is, but it's over here, which obviously is no good. We're going to circularize at the next periapsis, and we're going to create and execute, and it'll do it all manually for me, or automatically for me, sorry, not manually. So I can just sit back. We're going to open up this, and I didn't do a science around from Kerbin in space, did I? I forgot all about that. I'll have to do that on the way back if I remember. Please remember, Roxee, please remember. At the moment, it's all minimus stuff. Right. That minimus story, the mun. So it's automatically fast forwarding me. We've got a burn of 48 seconds, 254 delta V for the burn. We've got 4,700 left. We're going to end up wasting a lot of fuel, unfortunately, but you know, it is what it is. At least I know I'm going to have plenty to get there. I'm not going to turn you off. At least I'm not going to run out of fuel. That'll be the worst if I actually run out of fuel. Obviously, I've got to land and take off yet, so it's not completely safe. And it's doing the burn for me to circularize. It's bringing this down now. If I was to hit this X, it would automatically stop the automation of this maneuver planner. So I did find that out the hard way. Not that it's a massive issue. I could just you can just turn your engines back on again. But obviously, if you want this done as perfect as it can be, this just makes life so much easier. I'm not doing anything here. I'm not touching anything. It's slowing down. It's slowing down. Let's just see what we end up with once it stops. There we go. So that's that stopped. We've got a apoapsis of 58,327, and we've got a periapsis of 58,131. I couldn't get it that close myself. No way on this earth. Right, we're in a great orbit around the Mun. Let's just see whether there's any. Oh, we can do an EVA report. Let's get that done first of all. Bob, you can EVA, do an EVA report, and then get back on board. I'm not going to bother with these little tiny bits. I could probably get quite a bit of tell you what I'm going to do, guys. Right, I'm going to, for the purpose of saving your sanity, is I'm going to do a full orbit collecting EVA reports, and if there's any decent size material or mystery goo, but I'm going to pause the recording because it's going to take quite a while to do this. Obviously it's not the most exciting thing to just sit there and watch, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to speed time up a little bit, and every time I can grab some EVA reports, I'm going to grab some EVA reports. So I will catch up with you. How am I going to know where I am now? In fact, I can use this orbit line, can't I? Yeah, I'll catch up with you once I've done hopefully pretty much a full orbit. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a bit of an orbit and a bit, because I want to land on the light side of the Mun rather than the dark side. So yeah, I'll catch up with you in a second. Righty, we are back, and I think I've got about 5 EVA reports done going round. It's literally all I was doing. A lot of mystery goo and material studies, but because I've already done this once, it's only given me small amounts. I mean, I could probably, I don't know, gather 40, 50 more science by gathering them all, but it would mean I'd have to get Bob out and resetting everything, and that's just going to be too time consuming. What we're going to do is we are going to get ourselves to apoapsis, and we're going to burn our periapsis down. And we're going to land, and it's going to be my first ever landing, guys, so bear with me. We just fast forward time a little bit until we get to our apoapsis. Yep, that'll do just there. Right, let's go SCS on. We want retrograde set, and then we are landing on this side of the Mun. I don't care where I'm landing so long as it is flat and I can successfully land. So let's just bring this down, keep an eye on this. We'll get it to about, yeah, that should be fine, I think. Again, I am no expert at this by any means. I'm going to fast forward to here. We'll warp time until I get there. I'll turn you off, because that's going to keep going off. I'm going to jump on board in here. Where's the one? There it is. So, disorientated for a second then. Right. So, let's twist this around so I've got this view. Oh. Take you there. Right, so at the moment we're going to keep orbiting as long as we don't hit anything. Yeah, we're still orbiting, so we want to bring this down a little bit more, but we're going to do that in flight. I'm going to probably end up landing around here somewhere, I guess, but I don't know. I've never done this. This is all brand new. I do know roughly what to do. I'm just obviously no expert at it. Now we're landing with this bit here, so we're going to have to ditch this. We've got so much Delta V left. I mean, I do not need this. I don't even need half of this. So some of it will be wasted, unfortunately. It's a shame I can't just leave it floating and then kind of dock with it, but obviously I've got no docking bits on there, so it is what it is. I'm going to bring the speed down to around about 100. Might end up landing down here somewhere at this rate. which to be honest I won't be overly upset with. Just wondering actually if I want to go a little bit further. No, we'll try and aim to land somewhere flattish. Cool, right, let's cut the engines there. And then what I want to do is I want to twist to the side slightly and then push that away. And then I want to aim in this direction and turn engines back on. Oh, need to do that. And I basically want to push my retrograde marker to the center, so I'm going straight down. Ready to cut engines. There we go. Right, let's go retrograde. So I'm now pointing straight up or straight down, whichever way you want to look at it. I'm going straight down. Obviously speed is picking up. We're at 17,000 or 17 kilometers above the surface planet, or the moon's planet I should say. There we are, just going straight down. That's it. Let's get our legs and lights out. Or legs out and lights on, I should be saying. And I think when I get to about 10,000 feet, I'll start controlling my speed a bit more. Could probably wait until about 5,000 to be honest. But I don't know how to work out speeds and distances and stuff like that to do a suicide burn. And I haven't got a mod that I'm aware of in MechGeb that does that. When I'll get that upgrade, then I'll be able to use the MechGeb to do this for me. But obviously I haven't got that unlocked, so I've got to do it manually. But at least I can show you guys that I can do it myself, providing I actually do it. But yeah, if I could show you that I can do it, then using a mod to make life a little bit easier, I don't feel so bad about then. At least I've shown you I can do it, and then it's just a case of using mods to make life a little bit easier. I was just thinking that I might have left that too late, but now we should be good. Because I haven't got the most powerful engine, things take a lot longer, so I need to just be aware of that. Yeah, if I'd have started this at 5,000, I think we would have collided in a little bit hard. We'll get this down to about 30 and I'll turn it on and off until we get to about 1,000. I did put some ladders on the side of here, but I couldn't put any ladders going down here. Well, I could have, but not in this little middle bit here where this staging thing is. So I just put that little bit there. It just gives me something to aim for when I'm outside doing my bits and pieces that I'm going to be doing in a minute. And if this works, guys, it's going to be my very first ever landing on the Mun ever. So this is going to be cool. Here we come. Start slowing down now. So as we get lower down, I'm going to be more aware of my speeds. Make sure I'm not coming in too fast, because the last thing I want to do is spend all of this time. I'm going to hit F5 just in case and do a quick save. Yeah, last thing I want to do is spend all this time getting here to then crash, because that would be really upsetting. So I know I could do a suicide burn, but I don't know how to do it. Well, I know roughly what it is. It's obviously just burning at the last minute, but I'm not going to even attempt to do that. I'm going to do this. Like I'm doing now. So the lights are actually quite bright. Obviously it's a little bit hard to see the lights because I'm on the light side of the moon, but they are quite bright, which is cool. Right, once I get to about 100 meters, I'm going to slow down a bit more. Start bringing that speed down. Looks like we're on a reasonably flat surface. Hopefully. Got a little bit of a wobble on there, I'm not enjoying that. Please stop. And we're down. Don't tip over, don't tip over, don't tip over. Oh. F5. We did it. We have landed. Right, let's get our science bits out here. Crew reports we can do. Temperature scan we can do. Atmospheric scan we can do. Mystery goo we can do. Material studies we can do. We can do another mystery goo. We can get Bob out. He can do an EVA report. He can do a surface sample. Let's open up our... Oh, I need to be inside to do it. Let me go back on board. That's a bit mad. There's people inside that could have done this, but I've got to do it myself. Come back out. Right, I'm hoping I can reset everything. Oh no, don't tip over, don't tip over. It's a little bit on the dodgy side, this. Can I? No, I can't reach that. I can reach you all. Collect data, restore. And I've done my ladders a little bit wrong there, so I can't actually walk down. So I'm going to have to jump off. RCS. Cool, right, you can do a surface sample. And let's come around here. Zoom in a little bit, make life a little bit easier so I can see what I'm actually doing here. There we go. Get in here, we can open doors, collect data, restore. Cool, let's do this other mystery goo as well. Why is it not letting me click on? I have clicked on it, just need to be a bit closer. Collect, restore. Cool. Right, let's get ourselves back on board. I'm actually going to... Oh, I can't close anything up because I need to be in here. And let's go. Have I run out of... Oh, don't know why that had turned off. Thought I'd run out of RCS then. That wouldn't be good. Oh, I'm just gonna fall over. Okay, can we stand up, please? This isn't as easy as it looks for a first-time user. But I did it. Let's get on board. Board anyway. Don't tip over. Let's close everything up. And then I'm going to jump out because I want to plant the flag. Oh, this could be done. This could be bad. This could be bad. Oof. Right, I think if I do another surface sample, it's just going to override what I've already got. But what I can do is I can not remove my helmet because that'll kill me. Plant a flag. We did it, everyone. We did it. Roxee Plays Games is on the mun. Site name, where are we? We are on far side crater. And then let's come over to down here. Thanks everyone for watching my first ever landing. Love you all. XXX. Beautiful. We did it. We are looking through the planet and seeing Kerbin. That's a bit weird. We're looking through the mun, seeing the planet. Right. Oh, wow. He can jump quite high and then fall over and hurt himself. Right, let's get ourselves out of here. We've spent enough time. RCS on. And board. Yeah, I thought that would do that. Right, we can do another mystery goo. We can do another material study. And I don't need to do anything else. What I need to do now is get myself off here. Now we have got 1900 Delta V left. We need 580 to get ourselves into a 14-kilometer orbit, and then 280 to capture Kerbin. That's just to capture it, not to get into a perfect orbit around Kerbin or get to a perfect altitude. That's just to capture it at some altitude. That is a total of 860. We have 1900. Do you think we got enough? I think so. Right, guys. SCS is on. Throttle up. And let's go. We want to go straight up, pretty much. Initially, I don't know what's going on with those graphics. It's a bit weird. Right, we want to head 90 degrees, which is actually in this direction. That's the direction we want to go, and we're going to go up to about 15,000, I guess, would be good enough. Let's get ourselves over to about this angle. Obviously, the gravity here is a lot less than Kerbin, so I can be a bit more aggressive with my turn. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. We're going to bring all them in, turn the lights off. And let's turn that off. And we want to set that to apoapsis and create an exit. Let's go. So that should now start burning just under a minute. It's going to automatically fast forward for me. It should put me into a nice orbit of 15,000. little look. So that's what it's attempting to do. The orange dotted line. And the blue line is what we're actually doing. And I'm keeping an eye on all of this. And this. And this. And the planet to make sure that that's all going well. So we had, what was it, 1900, wasn't it? We estimated 860, so we should have about 1100 delta V left over. In fact, we should have a bit more than that because this is just a burn. Oh, really, what's going on here? What's going on? We should be alright, we should be alright. Have faith, Roxy, have faith. Just looking at these numbers going up and down, it's a little bit... that's probably why. Because of the craters and whatnot. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Just very nervous, because this is my first time and I don't want to mess it up. But we can see Kerbin. We can close you down now. We've got our orbit. There we go. Very low orbit, but we don't need to be any higher. We've got 1200 delta V left. So let's get our astrogator out. Let's close that down. I've got to remember to do science in space around Kerbin. I must remember to do that, but we want to... Oh, we've got a burn in 6 minutes. Let's do that quick. Let's go to map view. Close you down. In fact, I'm going to delete you and then do this again. So I'll put my focus on Kerbin. Move you over here, and then we want to decrease our prograde. 30,000. That'll do just fine. Look at that, 271 out of 280 that it would have been. I'm going to leave it like that. I am going to leave it like that. So I can close you. We've got our burn in 5 minutes time. Let's speed up time. Let's get ourselves lined up. Oh, SES on. There we go. We're all lined up nice. Do my little bit of OCD and get that pointing in that direction. So we're only burning, I say only, we're going to burn for 45 seconds. But essentially what we're doing is we're just speeding up time, or speeding up our vessel, so that we are not going to keep going in around. We're just going to be pushing out, and then eventually we'll capture the influence of Kerbin, and then we'll be in this big purple orbit. But we're just going to be coming in for a landing, providing obviously everything goes well. Oh, burn. I nearly forgot to burn then. I wasn't looking at my time. That's fine, we'll be okay. Right, I'm going to go into map view and just watch. See, at the moment, the blue, move you out of the way, the blue orbit is pushing out in this direction. The blue apoapsis is going to be going up that direction. And you can see at this point here, once our orbit gets to this point, we will then come off Kerbin and come out here. Sorry, off the Mun and come out here for Kerbin. Alright, so I'm going to bring it in and stop there. Close you down. 43. I'm going to bring that in just a touch more to about 30. Perfect. We're not going to be landing anywhere near the space center, unfortunately, but that is totally fine. I mean, I could come out a little bit further, get myself into an orbit, and then go for a landing. But I'm not bothering going to do any of that. We are literally just going to go straight in. Oh, do I or don't I? Do I or don't I? No, we're just going to go straight in. Let's just keep it nice and simple for the purpose of today's video. So I'm going to warp to here, and then I'm going to do some science around the space of Kerbin. Get that done. Here we come. Meow. And let's get you out. Nope, wrong one. Not you. I'm at you. We can do a material study, but I can't because we've got stuff in there, and I don't know why I've got hiccups all of a sudden. Let's turn my camera angle. And Bob can EVA. Let's come down this way a little bit. I should have probably have opened this already. Don't know why it won't let me, or why it won't let someone else inside do this, but there we go. My EVA. How can I change my camera angle? Camera angle 3. There we go. Right, how do I? There we go. Oh, this is awkward. Awkward camera angles. Let's put an RCS. I didn't mean to jump then. Need to get this just right. Oh, which way am I facing? Oh, don't lose. Pressing all the wrong buttons here. That's why I've done this so far away from the planet. So I've got enough time to get this done. Although I am on the wrong side of this, but I should be alright to collect data, restore, and then come back around this way. And then we can board, do that, then we can do that, do that, close you all up. Right, cool beans. So what I need to do now is get myself ready to land. Well, we're not technically landing, we're going to be falling and using parachutes to assist our descent. We've still got quite a lot of Delta V left, so I will be using a lot of this up to get some of this speed off, because obviously speed is still coming up, so let's just do that now. That will help bring this down as well. I might as well use it up. No point in keeping it. That's actually put us into the planet now. Oh, at this rate we'll probably... Oh. So I'm going to turn that way a little bit and push that out a touch. We might, if we're really lucky, be able to get ourselves somewhere near Kerbin. Wonder how that'll work with our speed reduction. Right, let's turn sideways and get rid of that stage. Then let's turn back that way. And let's speed up time a touch. let's get rid of you as well, actually. Oh, right there. We can actually do an EVA report, can't we? Bob, EVA report. Grab you. Get back on board. There we go. Cool. Bit of extra science. The more the merrier. Where are we going to be landing now? So it's still saying floating around, but once we get into Kerbin's atmosphere, we're going to drop. Let's watch this. 3,635 meters. Speed up time a touch. Once I hit the atmosphere, this will start coming down. There we go. See, there it goes. Start coming down. Let's get ourselves a line there. So essentially now this is going to drop, and then it's going to be in the water, and then it's going to start pushing in this direction. We might be around about here, I'm going to guess. So not too far off, really. Not too far off at all. There it is. There's the space station. I didn't plan this. This was just pure luck. Pure luck. But yeah, we're going to get ourselves down, hopefully safely. And then that'll be the end of an episode. A bit of a long one, but a successful one. We've managed to do a landing on the Mun. Next we're going to be going to Minmus, which is, if I just zoom out, all the way out here. And apparently Minmus is actually easier to land on because it's got less gravity, so it's actually easier to land, but it's just on a slightly weird inclination, so you just need to do some adjustments, but that's easy enough to do. Oh, look how close we're going to be. Wow. That's a stroke of luck of that. Sorry, but I couldn't have planned that. We're going to be so close. Wow. Yeah, pure luck. Any hoozle. Oh, let's get parachutes out. Otherwise, we won't be making it there. We'll be crashing, and that will be a total and utter disaster. Yeah, we're not going to quite land right next to it, but we're going to be down here somewhere. Closer than I could ever have planned. So yeah, Minmus going to be a little bit easier to land at. What do we need for that? So Minmus is actually less delta V, so we can reuse what we've already got. We don't need all of it, so I'm going to change the final, not the final stage engine that's on this, but the bit before it with the swivel engine. I'm going to change that. I'm going to put a smaller tank and a different engine on there, so it's a bit more efficient in space than the swivel. But here we are, guys. Here we are. I didn't set the altitude on this, did I? No, I didn't. What's it set for? Let's get you open now, because I forgot to do that earlier. I'm going to get the other two out as well, just to make sure that I don't come down too fast, which I won't be. Cool. So I've got a mod called Real Shoots mod, which gives you all of this information, and you can change bits and pieces, slightly different from what this stock does, where you can like change the angle and stuff. First time I've used this, so I'm not sure whether it's any good, whether I like it or not, but we'll see. Right, let's get down a touch quicker, because otherwise it's going to take forever and ever and ever. But yeah, we are successful, guys. We have finally, well, I have finally done a landing at the Mun. There's our wreckage over there. Hopefully we can recover that bit of extra cash in, and we're down. Cool. Nothing really to gather here, so I'm not going to bother doing that. Let's recover our vessel. And let's hope we've got enough science to unlock that new mod, because I'm super excited to get that and show you how that works. Super. Oh my god, we have just gained 615 science from doing that. Wow. And we've got some bits that we can recover as well. Cool, that's good. Go next, we've recovered 13,000 funds from recovered parts, so it's not too bad. 7.4 reputation. Roxee gained 2 XP, but it's still level 1. Bill's now level 1, and Bob gained 2 XP, so he's still level 1. I don't know how you can see how much XP they've actually got. I'll have to have a look in that in a second. But that's all done. Let's see. Oh, who are all of these guys? Huh? Oh, we got some extra. Oh, I've got a mod called Kerbal Renamer. I've not seen this before, but it's renamed a whole bunch of my Kerbals. Okay, well that's different. Oh yeah, I was looking at XP, wasn't I? Oh, there we go. So it's got the XP bar here. So I'm almost level 2. And Vicky and Teresa are almost level 2 as well. I'm guessing that was Bob and Bill. They've now had a sex change and name change. There we go. All these things happen in Kerbal Space Program. We can recover all of this. Happy days. We got anything around the back? Oh, we got this bit over here we can recover. Excellent. So that's giving us some money back. Fantastic. Right. First things first, we are unlocking precision engineering. That's going to give me some bits for Scantech, MechTech, whatever it's called. Yeah, Scantech, isn't it? Decoupler, the not Roxee Max micro node. There's so many things that I've got absolutely no idea what they do. I'm going to have to apologise, but yeah, I am obviously a newbie to this. But this is what I'm looking forward to now, the MechJeb Ascent Landing a space plane upgrade. That is just, it's gonna be amazing. Some more ScanSat stuff and Probodobidines. So let's research you, and that leaves me with 316. What do I want to get? What's this here? What's this going to give me? More ScanSat stuff. EVA fuel cylinders. Okay. Mobile processing lab. Oh, I want that. Right, let's research you. Got 156. Do I need any of these? Miniaturization, EVA experiment kit. This is cargo that can be placed inside inventories. I don't actually know what this does. I don't know what this does. Maybe someone can let me know in the comments below. That would be appreciated if you do know what that does. Clampertron. Oh, we need some Clamperytron-y things, I think. Aerodynamics. We don't need any of this right now. I'm not building jets. But that will obviously unlock supersonic flight stuff, which again, I don't need. Don't need any of this because at the moment I'm not planning on building any jet stuff, so I might as well unlock this. Excellent. Oh, I hope I didn't need this just yet. We're going to probably need that soon. Right, so that's all of my science stuff done. Let's have a look at mission control. All right, orbit the sun. Really? Yeah, that won't be happening anytime soon. Start exploring me. So we're going to be doing Minmus next. So that is our next plan. So if we just go to the tracking station quickly. So, oh god, what are all these funky lines going on here? That's the orbit of Kerbin. Right, I don't know what all these... Oh, we've got debris floating around. That's my engines. There's actually 3. Where's the third one? Must be on the Mun. Anyway, what was I wanting to do? I wanted to... look at Minmus. That's where we're going to be going. Oh, that's the Mun, sorry. There's Minmus there. So that's going to be our next adventure. So a little bit further away, but apparently less Delta V going to be required. So I'm going to use exactly the same spaceship as we used to get to the Mun on, because that should work. And that was a bit of a lag. Oh dear lord, that was some lag going on there. I've got a lot of money as well. What do I need? Right, that's upgraded. I think this is going to need to be upgraded next. That's fully upgraded. Oh no, it's not. Sorry. Basic action groups available. Which I actually switched off in the settings, so I don't need to worry about that anyway, because I wanted the action groups straight off the bat. Max part supported. We don't need to worry about that just yet, I don't think. Well, we don't need to go to Minmus. I think I want to unlock this. What's that going to give me? Patch conics visible in the map. Max DNS power 250G. Unowned object tracking. Maneuver tools. Yeah, let's go for that. Done. Got 193,000 left, and it costs to build my rocket for next episode. I think it's 110,000. 107,000. Cool. Right, well, I'm going to call it an end of an episode, guys. A very successful launch to the Mun, landing on the Mun, and returning back with all of our Kerbals back to sunny Kerbin. And meanwhile, people have changed names and had sex changes, or maybe they've been fired and we've got new people, but either way, that's who we've got now. I'm still here, I'm still a Kerbin or Kerman, but we got all new stuff. Again, as with the last episode, if anyone would like to replace any of my pilots, scientists or engineers, let me know and I shall change them to your names, otherwise they'll just be staying these random people. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like button if you have. Subscribed to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, just to help me get more videos out there to more people, and hit that notification bell so that you know when new content comes out. And I shall see you soon for the next episode, where we're going to go to Minmus. Stay safe and goodbye.